Allow me to go direct to what I will want to tell my younger self. I don't know what you will want to tell your younger self. For me, but I think we will have similar things that we like to tell our younger self. I will tell my younger self, I don't know if my younger self will be 29 or my younger self will be 14, but my younger self needs to know. And that is a lesson to somebody who is younger here. Don't wait for you to tell yourself what I will tell myself. I will tell myself, my younger self, so small and so wide-eyed that storms may come, but they always subside. I will tell myself not to fear the dark because the light will appear. And I will tell myself that every mistake will help me steer, but I don't have to make each mistake. I will learn from others. I will say to me, be kind. You don't need to forget yourself because you, my younger self, your heart is so gold and your dreams are so true. I will tell myself that people might laugh at you and some might leave, but some will stay. So love yourself because you only got you. I will tell myself that, young girl, you might fall down 7 times, but don't you forget that the 8th time you need to get up. Life isn't luck, it is showing up, even if you show up late. I will tell myself that sometimes you may need to cry at night, but you need to smile during the day because, girl, you need to keep going. I will whisper to myself that it is okay not to know because learning is a continuous process. Some things might take times, some feelings need to grow, so you don't need to race. You are at your age, you are not behind. What is meant for you, young girl, will always find you. I will tell myself, breathe in deep and deeper and take your space. Remember, you're not a burden. You were born for a reason. I am full of grace and I am a wonder. I need to keep the spark. I will tell myself that I need to love me more. And one last thing before I go, I want to tell myself, I'm stronger than I think that I will ever know. I will hold on so tight to me because I just want to be me. The world gets better. I will tell myself that as I grow old, I grow like fine wine. It gets better. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Not to my younger self. I think that's a very important poem. Okay, so I call upon Dr. Odhiambo Olale, who is going to introduce the speaker of the day.
Good morning, Kumekucha. I've been introduced as a doctor. I think somebody is foreseeing my being a doctor in the future. Today, we are blessed and honored to have one of our own who has been very instrumental behind the scenes in making Farm Monday what it is today. Her name is Edna Onyach. Edna Onyach is a business strategist, BDS expert, and a co-founder and CEO of Your Dream Enterprises Ltd, which supports owner-managed African entrepreneurs in building sustainable and profitable ventures. She's also co-founder and director at ICT Gurus Limited, supporting organizations improve their online presence. With over 11 years of experience, Edna has imparted over 1 million people through BDS, training, advisory, and consulting services for MSME, NGOs, and corporates in areas like strategy, leadership, market funding, work pathways, among others. She has a very long CV, but to cut it short, Edna holds multiple certifications, including ILO, SIYB, trainer, ITC, ILO women in digital business, trainer, among others. Edna has over 12 years of banking experience. She has expertise in vehicle and asset finance, payments, and global market operations, trade and deal structuring, and relationship management, having worked with a multinational bank where she supported low to high volume clients across various sectors. Besides winning the Sales Excellence Award. Outside of work, Edna enjoys family time, networking, music, community service, and swimming. Other than that, Edna just loves to smile too. She doesn't want to face the world with a frown on her face, and I think it will be reflected in her presentation this morning. Thank you very much, Edna. Karibu. Hello. Hello.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Karibu.
Thank you very much, and good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I'm starting my video. I'm seeing myself on my side. Can you see me?
Yes, we can see you.
Okay, thanks. I'm very happy and glad to be here, and thank you very much, Brother Odhiambo Olale, for reading that technical bio. Today we'll be speaking about pitching, the do's, don'ts, and the best practice. So before we start, it would be good to know how many of us have pitched our ideas before. You can raise up your hand. You can put something on the chat. There are reactions here. Yes, Martha. Martha has pitched her idea. Any other person who's ever pitched an idea? Okay, Joyce, Monica, Carol. Yeah, seems Mercy. So this is not something that is very new to us. Yes, farmer man. Oh, yeah. Yeah, thank you very much. So a number of us have pitched our ideas. I know probably over 80% here, Charles, yes, have pitched our ideas, but maybe what we understand by pitching is what is different. Yes, Petronilla. So maybe just to ask again, so what is pitching? For those people who pitched their ideas or those who have yet to, but they understand what pitching is. Somebody would like to share? Or you can also put it on the chat. There's somebody there who's just, I don't know if she'd like to share. What is pitching? Martha, you'd like to try? Yes, go on.
Pitching an idea is presenting an idea to an audience.
presenting an idea to an audience. Yeah, that is right. Presenting an idea to an audience. I'm trying to put my slider up. I think it should be fine now.
Any other person?
Let me know if you can see it. No, what I'm sharing is not the right one. Stop share.
I also think, okay, yes, Gladys. Gladys, you can go ahead and share your idea.
Okay, I also think it is proposing a concept plan or a solution to someone with an aim of maybe having approval or some funding. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Meanwhile, you can also engage in the chat. You can drop your definition in the chat. Sure, Carol. Carol, you can go ahead.
Yeah, maybe we just
Carol,
progress. Thank you very much, Noel.
okay.
Carol, you want to share something?
Yeah, Carol Peters wanted to say something.
Okay, you can go on, Carol.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning to you all. Thank you.
Good morning.
So pitching is, to me, is just making a compelling proposition about the value that you want to share.
Yes, thank you very much, Carol. That is also true. My name is Edna. I hope you've been able to see the screen with my introduction there, email address and phone number. What is pitching? Pitching is the act of presenting an idea, product, service, or organization to convince someone to support it through funding, partnership, endorsement, or adoption. So most of the times, if you are speaking in the context of entrepreneurs, then what comes to their mind is you are pitching an idea to get funding. However, we pitch for various reasons. At times, we just pitch to be able to get feedback on what our idea is. At times, we just want our idea to be adopted to maybe is an idea you want to run a research you want to run with a university. Maybe it is you are doing your master's or the thesis, and you want your research proposal to be approved by the university or your supervisor or something like that. So pitching covers so many other areas, not necessarily funding. And that is the context that I'd like us to focus on today. Because like for me, I pitch a lot, and most of the times I'm not pitching for funding. Most of the times you'll find that I'm pitching for partnerships, and so do other organizations, whether they are small, medium, or large organizations. So what I was told to talk about is the do's of pitching and the don'ts of pitching, and the pitching best practice. So this is highly summarized. I'll just go through it quickly so that we can have some good time to engage. It's normally good that you know your audience. What is it that they are looking for? If it's in the context of maybe a business, then if you are pitching, for example, for funding, get to know the ticket size of these investors, what sectors do they like to invest in, what is a stage of the business they are looking to consider. If you are looking for grant, you want to consider what kind of impact are they looking for. Sometimes back we had somebody from Christian Business Angels speak to us from an investor point of view, and he mentioned that what is very key for them is employment creation. So you want to customize your pitch to suit what they are actually looking for as a goal or objectives of their organization. Also open with impact. So this could be something like a bold statement or actually a story. For example, you could start by saying, if it was our organization that does capacity development, you could say something to do with over 80% of entrepreneurs do not live to see their 5th birthdays. Now, that is something that somebody may want to hear. Why don't they live to see their 5th birthdays? Be clear and concise. Don't beat around the bush, because most of the time you have is very small, maybe 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. So speak what the other person needs to hear. Tell a story. A story could be something like maybe you have this solution that purifies water. So you can start by saying, meet Amina. Amina is a 24-year-old mother of 2 living in Isiolo County. Amina treks over 10 kilometers to fetch water from the river to use for her family. Amina has spent the last 3 weeks in hospital with her children because of water infection. You see, now people want to hear more about what is making Amina to stay in hospital for 3 weeks. Is it the water? Is it the trekking? Is it, and if there are people who are in impact investments, then they would really want to be part of that story and part of that solution. Highlight the value proposition. It's very easy to understand value proposition, like when you go to our supermarkets, they'll tell you affordability, variety, so what is it that you are providing that your competitors are not providing, or what is it that is new that you are bringing on the table? It could be convenience. It could be, maybe access. You can access it wherever you are. You don't have to walk to physically to the location like our banks nowadays. Be confident and not arrogant. So believe very much in your idea, but also be open to feedback, because most of the times the people you are speaking with have seen so many other entrepreneurs or other organizations, and they know probably much better than you know. Use numbers smartly. So don't just speak of numbers if they're not speaking directly to what you are trying to convey as a message. An example is I used over 80% of entrepreneurs do not live to see their 5th birthdays. That is in the context of our organization. We provide capacity development. If you are talking about, water, access to water or access to clean water, like Amina's story, then you'd be talking about the number of deaths that occur in Isiolo County every year due to consumption of non-clean water, for example. So numbers should also speak to what you are trying to, the message you are putting across. Have a clear ask. A clear ask means you are not saying I can work with anything that you give me. If it is money, you are not saying, I want people to partner with us. Partner in what sense? Like, do you want them to give you resources in terms of their expertise, or do you want, maybe as a co-founder, you are looking to onboard in your organization, or you are looking for partners to access new markets? So be very clear on what you are looking for, or partner maybe to work together on a particular program or idea. So this is just an example of high level pitch. And this you'll be able to note that it talks about most of these points that we've spoken about. And this is still in the context of an entrepreneur support organization that provides capacity development. And it says, with 10 million Kenya shillings through capacity development, we will be able to support 200 entrepreneurs to double their employment rates over a period of 1 year. For the last 5 years, bootstrapping, we have supported over 3,500 MSMEs to reduce costs, expand markets, run profitable, sustainable businesses. Join us to create social and economic impact in Kenya. So because we have had an organization that spoke about they are key on businesses being run as Christian businesses with Christian principles, they are keen on employment creation, then this is a pitch that can speak to them. Maybe if it is we are an organization that also incorporates Christian principles, then we can put it in there. But you can see that it focuses more on entrepreneurs doubling their employment rates. And that is something they would be interested in because you are actually helping them to create employment. That is their key focus area. Now, they don't fail to prepare. Most of the times, if you fail to prepare, the credibility will go because people can't believe you anymore. Maybe you even know what you are doing, but because you've not been able to package yourself well, to present it well, it looks like you really don't know what you are doing. Don't overpromise, and this normally happens mostly on projections or the outcome. People try to, paint a very good outcome that may not be possible to achieve. For example, Kenya today, many entrepreneurs have been struggling with sales because of the economic environment. So if you tell somebody we are going to be growing month on month, we are going to be demonstrating 20% increment in our turnovers, then somebody would be interested to know how are you going to do it. Maybe that is not what is happening in the industry as far as what you are currently doing. So don't overpromise. You would rather just be conservative in your figures. And if you overpromise, it also shows that you probably have not done your research well. Don't go off the topic. I remember the first time I ever pitched, I just saw after like 2 minutes or 1 minute, 1 to 2 minutes, I saw some people had started dozing. Yeah. So it tells you maybe you are not crisp and clear. You have started diverging to other things that are not really important. You start talking about maybe the economy, maybe the story, how you started the business and what inspired you. Those are good things, but not important to the person you are speaking with, unless if you are having a very longer discussion, like is a follow-up, then they want to know more about you, then you can say about all those things. Maybe it's lunch or breakfast. Yeah. Don't ignore body language. Most of the times we may find ourselves fidgeting, we find ourselves maybe not looking at the people we are presenting to or the audience. So that can also, show negative aspects of yourself, maybe lack of confidence or dishonesty. It can be interpreted in any way. Don't overload with slides. Avoid block writings and many things on the slide. You'd rather be just speaking as opposed to putting them there for people to read, because their focus will go back to the slides and not what you are trying to say. Don't read your pitch. Practice it in such a way that it comes out so naturally. Just imagine when people, your favorite movie, when they are acting, they are not themselves. They put themselves in the shoes of the persona they are trying to embody. So even you try to be this other person who is not you, the real person who is actually speaking about this idea, who is a successful entrepreneur or a successful academic institution, whatever you want to be, but try as much as possible not to be reading. You can have guides or pointers, but don't read it. Don't bash competition. Don't be speaking about what is making you better. Just talk about what makes you better than them. Most of the times you find people will be talking about, oh, their products are not quality products. Focus on yours that is quality, not theirs that is not of quality. Don't ever forget your why. Why are you doing this? And as you mentioned earlier, this is how you should start: a bold statement or a story that demonstrates the problem you are trying to solve. So best practice in pitching, structure it well, and this should be in line with the kind of pitch that you are going to be making, whether it is virtual, whether it is physical, whether it is pre-recorded, because most of the times you'll also find that you are asked to pre-record it and it can be played to different audience. Regardless of the format that you are talking about, it should have a hook. A hook is this a phrase that captures the attention of your audience so that they want to listen more, so that they are not bored from the beginning. Then after you demonstrate what problem you are trying to solve, can you hear me still?
Yes, I can. Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so after you have demonstrated the problem you are trying to solve, and you have created a picture, they are able to imagine and they are able to walk the journey with you. They can actually see Amina trekking the 10 kilometers to the river to fetch this water. And they can imagine, you know, you have aroused emotions in them. Maybe they are empathetic, they are sympathizing. Then now you provide your solution. So our solution is a simple tech that utilizes locally available materials like the 20 jerrycan liter water bucket or whatever it is, and it enables the impurities in the water or the disease causing microorganisms to be reduced by over 95%, you know, something like that. I'm just creating a solution out of that scenario. So the solution should be something that speaks to the problem that you have created, very crisp and very clear. They may not understand everything, your audience that is, but they should be curious now to be able to want to know what is this solution and how can it help so that we can reduce these deaths. Then the next thing you want to talk about is your market. Yes, we can have Amina who is having a challenge, but maybe there are only 5 of them. It may not make market sense or investment sense for somebody who is looking to, double their money through maybe granting you some funding in your business to grow. So then you will be able to demonstrate. People like Amina in Isiolo are currently over 2 million. That has already demonstrated there is market for this solution that you are trying to create. Then you go ahead and say, we started 2 years ago, or we have been developing the product and we have tested it. 10 people are currently using it and are happy with it, or we have had people who have registered for our app, or we have had, maybe if it is partnerships, we have already partnered with some development organizations, some academia, ecosystem players, or industry partners. Show some traction. Is not only investors don't want to hear that they are the guinea pigs. You want to try something using them. They want to know that you have actually tried it before, it has worked. And if there are people who have utilized this solution or the service or whatever it is, you can also demonstrate maybe through a testimonial or through some numbers. Then go straight to your ask. So what we are asking for, what we are seeking is 1 million Kenya shillings in a grant, and this is supposed to help us develop the product further. What we are asking for is partnerships to be able to co-create this solution so that we can access many people, or so that as you leverage our expertise in this field, we can also leverage your geographical presence. Then close. And the close should also be something that is very powerful, that calls for action. Come partner with us and let us create maybe social impact together. Yeah. Or if there are people who are into these SDGs, climate adaptation or such things, speak to what is very close to their hearts. Adapt the correct format. So there are normally different pitches. It could be an elevator pitch, which is normally between 30 seconds to 60 seconds, like a minute. There's a networking pitch. So you are in a networking event and you are told, introduce yourself. You can do it in such a way that you speak about the pitch, and the people who are present are able to identify how they can partner with you. After, maybe during the break, they can ask more. It could be a presentation, like a PowerPoint presentation. This is normally like 5 minutes or less. It could be 3 minutes. It could be 4 minutes. Most of the times it doesn't go beyond 7 minutes if you are presenting. So you need to really know what are you going to say and how. Always let it be very crisp, very clear, and let it arouse some curiosity so that the person wants to know more later. So if you remember the example that I gave about, with 20 million, we can support this and this and this, that could actually be a networking pitch, because you may not speak it within 1 minute. So maybe 1 to 2 minutes, you can talk about that if you are in with some audience, and they'll be able to know what you're actually looking for. Use visuals wisely. Always try to have an idea per slide. Don't talk about so many things. You are talking about traction, the markets, your why, the problem you are solving, everything in one slide. So you can only just have a slide that talks about a particular topic of your presentation. And also on the visuals, don't use a lot of stories on the slides. You would rather use maybe pictures. They say pictures speak a million words. Or numbers, some numbers. Just make it very simple. Practice with the feedback. Most of the times, if you do your pitch the first time, it may not come out very well. So it's normally good that you practice with a colleague, with a friend. Tell them to give you feedback, and based on the feedback, please do change, make some changes. Don't just remain the way it was before. And also remember that some feedback may not be the right feedback. So also look for the right person who can give you feedback. Then follow up. So send a thank you message, or to appreciate their time. Give your contact details. If it is a presentation you did, maybe you had a physical engagement, have a follow-up email, a way to keep the conversation always going, way to update them on what is happening and stuff like that. So this is an example I just wanted us to share on a business. This is agribusiness, and this is agribusiness helps entrepreneurs or smallholder farmers, entrepreneurs who are in the farming sector, to look for markets. So they are looking for a partner who can help them unlock markets for their entrepreneurs. Yeah. So this is how they have. The topic is Agribusiness Solutions Partnership Pitch, Unlocking Market Access for Smallholder Farmers. So we'll just go through all those areas that we have mentioned and see how they are able to do this. This is just an example. It's not a real business, but just to demonstrate what we are talking about. So they start by who we are, and they introduce themselves. We are growing agribusiness, working with over 500 smallholder farmers across 5 counties in Kenya to produce and supply high quality horticultural crops sustainably. So because you can't say everything, look for the keywords you are looking, for your audience to be able to pick from that. So what you can pick from this is you are actually working with so many counties, not just one county. So maybe you have had some traction. Over 500 smallholder farmers is not a small thing. So you've already passed very important message, and you are also saying it is all horticultural crops, and you are doing whatever you are doing sustainably. And then you go to the challenge. Farmers lose up to 35% of their produce due to lack of market access, unfair pricing, and post-harvest losses. So your partner, who is also in this journey of helping people to look for markets, is already feeling your pain point. Then your solution is we aggregate and package farmer produce to meet buyer demand. We also deliver consistent volumes to retailers, processors, and exporters. We use tech-enabled systems to align production with market needs. So you will not, we will advise our customers to produce tomatoes when there is demand for tomatoes, so that there is no market glut. That is what you are trying to say, that we even embed tech so that we are able to project when is the right time to plant tomatoes, so that we avoid post-harvest losses and such. Then what are we looking for? We are looking for partnerships. But what kind of partnerships? With institutional buyers, exporters, distributors, or retailers. With NGOs or accelerators supporting inclusive market systems, or partners offering off-take agreements, quality support, and logistics. Partners offering off-take agreements, it means that if you are coming in to be a partner with us, then you will enter into a contract with you as our off-taker, so we can always sell to you. Maybe you're a supermarket. So if I am a supermarket, I'm never sitting there, then I know you are actually speaking to me as a potential partner. Then straight to why partner with us? We have reliable, trained farmer network. We have demand responsive supply model. We have climate smart and impact driven initiatives. We have proven results plus growth potential. And remember, now this speaks about the traction, proven result. There's that powerful start. There's the problem you are trying to solve. There's a solution. There's a kind of health that you need that you've also been able to speak about. So this is just an example, and we can always create or customize as per the potential partner we are speaking with, and depending on what we need. You can see that here we are not looking for money. We are just looking for people who can partner with us. And I believe all of us here, we may need people who can partner with us. So you end it with a slide that will call for action, partner with us. These are my contact details, name, and maybe title, email address, phone number, and that's it. You anticipate now the questions which should have come during your preparation. You should have anticipated questions, because this is when now people will be asking about so many questions. Where are you located? Do you have testimonials? What are your numbers like? What are your financials like? So in all this, there's some work that goes through your preparation before you actually pitch. And that is where you'll be able to answer all those questions. My potential partner, what are they looking for? If it is money that you need, here somebody may not ask you for your financial, but if you needed money, they will ask you for your financials. And therefore it means you need to have them in place. They will ask you for your business plan. So there are many things they'll ask about, and you should have preempted them and made arrangements to have them. So that is it. I think it gives us time to maybe now ask questions and engage.
Thank you so much. That was a wonderful, wonderful presentation. You're such a teacher. My goodness, you are such a teacher. That was wonderful. So Maurice Omondi is asking, good morning and thanks. Where can I pitch for a project aiming to empower 500 older person with skills to enable them generate income and be independent?
Sorry, I didn't get you quite well. Where can I pitch what?
Where can I pitch for a project aiming to empower 500 older persons with skills to enable them generate income and be independent?
That's a very good question, Maurice. What comes to my mind now is organizations that are supporting older people, like retirement benefit schemes, or financial organizations that are actually providing services to such categories. An example, I'm not saying is the right one, an example is N-Wealth. What does N-Wealth do? They enable people to create wealth. So as much as they have services such as, the money market funds and those unit trusts, they also have the retirement benefit schemes. They do provide trainings for retirees. So I would think that could be a low-hanging fruit to consider organizations that actually normally provide trainings or support to that kind of category. It could also be, the government agencies that do support such, and maybe just impact organizations, maybe organizations that are related to churches. I know there is, like, for the Catholic, is it called Catholic Relief Services? So it could be something you may just want to explore and see who is into supporting the elderly in the society, whether local or an international organization, and just reach out to them, because you never know. But impact organizations would be the best, because they're not looking for returns. They're just looking to change lives and to impact lives. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, another question from Dr. Peter. How can you reduce your idea being implemented by the people you have pitched to?
That sounds like maybe somebody stealing your idea, if I got it well. Yeah, so there's
Yes.
always the IPs that you can implement, but it's been a very big challenge because the Data Protection Act is here, but not everyone has onboarded, and there are people who will just be malicious. So it's something that people with new ideas have to contend with. The challenge is, most of the times you want people to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreements, when you are sharing your idea with them, so that they commit that they will not disclose or use it against you. But now the challenge is, if you pitch to, let's say, venture capitalists or angel investors, people who want to give you money, they may refuse to sign it. Because you see, as you present your idea, they still want to go and do their background checks, do due diligence, and that is not. It doesn't go that they will actually put money in your organization. Now, if I'm an angel investor, and I am interested in your idea, this idea is already patented, is protected well, and you come to me and say, please sign an NDA, I may not be comfortable. Some will sign, some will not. And even when they sign, it doesn't mean it can't be stolen. Still, it can be, I can still go and, orally speak about it to somebody else and tell them, by the way, you can actually work on something like this. So what may deter me from signing the NDA is also the ecosystem that I have, that I work with in order to invest in your organization. An example, many angel investors, or they work in groups. So they have like a formal group they have created, and we are like 10 of us, and we do syndicates, like we bring money together and then we invest in Noela's idea, we invest in so-and-so's idea. So when Noela has come to me and she wants the NDA signed, I may hesitate because I also have 10 people around me whom we invest together. And when I sign and my colleague releases this information to another person, Noela may take me to court, may sue me. So that is why I may be hesitant as an angel investor to sign that document. So that is another struggle that many people with new ideas have to contend with. You just have to, hope that no one will steal your idea, and go ahead and engage the people you want to engage, but also look at their reputation, research well, check whether they've actually invested in firms, and get feedback from the people or organizations they've invested in, so that they can also share their experience with you. That would also help you know whether they are genuine, where they are trustworthy, and stuff like that.
Okay, thank you. Odemba Olale is asking, you have trained so many professionals this far. What what has been your best and humbling feedback from some of them?
From the people
From
I
the
have
people that
trained.
you trained, yes.
That's a good one. The best experience is when you see them grow. You see them actually implement what you have shared with them, and they are able to achieve their goals through what you've been able to, co-create together. Because if somebody comes with a goal, maybe they want to access funding, but they really don't understand, okay, so when I go to the bank, what do I need? Do I need a term loan? Do I need a working capital loan? And what's the difference? And how can I unlock maybe funding? Funding is a challenge. And they get to realize, oh, I can use my invoices to unlock money. I can use an LPO. And they actually use it and get the money. So that is very interesting and encouraging and humbling. At times, on the contrary, you may do all that, but they don't put in the work. Yeah. So it's also humbling in some way to see that you are trying to put a lot, but it's not making impact. And at times you've really done your level best. There's nothing much you could have done beyond that. Yeah. So actually,
Okay, thank you.
yeah, thanks.
Okay, thank you so much. Any other question? Any question? I think I have depleted all the questions in the chat box. Any other question? We have 2 minutes. Whoever has a question can ask. Dr.
Melvin is
Melvin.
asking. Yeah, I
You
think I've
can go
lost
ahead and tackle
it.
Dr. Melvin's question.
Have you had pitches by buyers cooperatives? Not really. Personally, not really. I haven't interacted with them unless if you had a specific question related to that. But pitches normally are similar in their nature, in their structure. Yeah. So maybe if there's a follow-up question.
Okay. Juliet Kabonga is asking, how can I prepare thoroughly to feel more confident in my pitch?
That's a very good question. You have to pitch, like, I remember there's another program I was pitching. I wanted to be part of the program. Is called Dream VC. Maybe some of you have heard about it. It teaches you how to be a venture capitalist, and it is a very, very competitive course. So they pick people all over the world, and you pay dearly. It's not that it's free. And the interviews were quite a number. I think there were like 4 of them. I didn't make it after stage 3, but one of the stages was where you send your pitch. I remember practicing so many times, and still I didn't make it. Maybe not necessarily because of the pitch, maybe it was other reasons, but it just tells you that you have to practice so many times so that these things are at your fingertips. You can actually feel like they're just coming out naturally as you speak about them. Um, you can even practice alone, just before in front of a mirror, and then you play it and you'll definitely see your confidence levels going up, your courage going up, the way you articulate things, the choice of words and all that. So practice so many times till you can't remember how many times you've practiced. That is what I can say.
Okay, thank you so much. Charles Gashoka is asking, does profit-making organizations compete for funding for programs that are not necessarily for profit, like a CSR program?
That's a good question. Profit-making organization competing for programs that are not for profit making. I think I can give you a good example, like now financial institutions today. What are they doing? They are in the space of other organizations. Let's say Safaricom today is like a bank as well, not just a communications organization. The banks, they are also training entrepreneurs. So whereas there could be a venture capitalist or angel investor coming in to support an entrepreneur, they are also there looking for these entrepreneurs to be part of their programs so that they can use them in their storytelling. This is the impact that we are creating. Other than our money-making wing, we are also supporting people through non-financial services. So yes, they do compete, and at times, I think the best way to look at it is how can we partner with you as opposed to them being a competitor to yourself. Look at how can you leverage partnerships and work together, because most of the times they have the financial muscle, which we most people don't really have.
Okay, thank you so much. Christine, I can see your hand is up. Christine?
Yes, thank you very much.
Uh-huh.
Yes, thank you very much. I want to take this opportunity just to thank the presenter. Normally, I'm a quiet person, back burner, listening more, but I'm very intrigued by the way the presentation has been done, and I want to encourage and thank you very much. I can see your trajectory of growth is high. What I am normally encourage young women and grow young women, but you have already gone through a potential of growth that I think is very impressive. So I just want to congratulate you and thank you for the way you have done the presentation. And also, as I conclude, just want to ask how then do you go and grow like women-led businesses if they were to be there? Because, like I said, I particularly have a particular interest that I look into the growth pattern of young women. So, thank you very much. But just to answer, do you have a space where then, if we have a pool of trainings, or where then we can reach you? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Christine. Yes, we do support entrepreneurs at group level, at individual level, and this is something we'll be happy to pick offline. At Live Your Dream, one of our our value proposition is actually to we provide affordable, holistic, and simple services to entrepreneurs that enable them to grow profitable and sustainable businesses. So we do this through helping them to eliminate obstacles they have in their journey to create wealth. And this could be obstacles in terms of access to funding, access to markets. And so we have various solutions that will address unique needs of the entrepreneurs. One of the solutions is investor readiness. So we are able to take you through the mind of the investor, how you need to package yourself, how you need to come up with a pitch deck and other documentation that will accompany that pitch. Once somebody is interested and asks more information, then you should have them ready. So yes, we do this, and if you are interested, then I think maybe Paul can just put an email where you can drop us an email, and then we'll be able to reach out to you, or maybe if you have a different means. Yeah, but thank you.
Okay. Thank you so much. Yeah, all through to in the chat, you'll realize that Paul has been dropping the email and the contacts, so you can just follow up with that outside. And then someone is asking, Mary is asking how you can help someone prepare for. No, can one pitch a project for funding for the first time and you don't have experience on that particular project? If yes, how can one ensure that you get it right at the first time?
That's a good question. Uh, I don't know how you will be able to have confidence in something that you've never tried. So the best approach would be to try it first. You can have a friend try the idea with, unless if you want to give more information about this idea, because if it is even a technological solution you are trying to implement, is even if it is an app, you may want to have people who can actually give you feedback on this app. There's also something we normally call minimum viable product. You may not have the solution, but you may have the idea, and you actually are able to draw or you know, you are able to make something that looks like what the ultimate solution will be. An example is maybe you want to create an app that helps people. Like I have a mentee who is creating an app. She's based in Uganda, and the app is meant to connect people who have issues with what is it called? The wellness is in the wellness space. So people who would love to connect with somebody, a consultant who is able to take them through these mental health challenges, then they're able to just connect, and they can do chats, they can do phone calls, they can do physical visits. So you may not have that app to demonstrate, but you can have it even on a piece of paper where you demonstrate to people, this is how the app will look like. The first page, the first screen will look like this, and then this is where you click, and this is where you, you know, register your interest. This is where you book the calendar. So that is like a minimum viable product that you can actually use to explain to somebody about the new product. So yes, it can be done, but you need to have it in mind and how it will actually look like, not necessarily the actual thing, but maybe like a demo, an example of that thing. So that is, yes, that's the closest you can be to something that you have never experienced working with.
Okay, thank you so much. If you have any other question, kindly just reach out to Edna or Otieno Paul Peter in the chat. They're going to be willing. They're willing to help you for the purposes of time. I beg that we stop there. So I call upon Antonia Mutunga, who is going to give the vote of thanks, and then immediately after we go into admin. Antonia.
Yes, I am here. Good morning, Power Monday
Good
team.
morning.
It is such a privilege and joy just to join us today. And it is a cold morning, and I'm so grateful that we managed to log in and be part of this great presentation. Thank you so much, team, for just joining and making sure that we are here just to listen and learn more from our own. Yeah, it has been a time of learning, and from the chat I can say that this is a topic which is very much needed, because that is what most of us are doing. And being an entrepreneur, it is just good to know how to package your brand and present it well to the right people at the right time, and also to make sure that it is impactful. So thank you so much, Madam Edna. It has always been privilege working with you and just learning from you. And also being part of Power Monday and Live Your Dream. It is such a joy just to know that we are a full package, and your wisdom is always so much needed here, and you always give it your best. So thank you so much for such a presentation. We are trusting that we will continue to engage, and maybe those who need more of this, you can look out for when these pitches are being done. There is a time we did it here, and you can take advantage of when they are being done so that you can be corrected and also be guided and know whether you're doing the right thing, and also get to improve on it. So thank you so much for such a wonderful insights, and also to thank Power Monday team, who are always ready to get us great speakers, and to ensure that these sessions go on each and every Monday here in Kenya, apart from when it's public holiday. So asanteni sana, and I'm looking forward to the next session next Monday. On to our announcements. We are having meet and greet this month, and it is coming up on the 26th It has been stated on the chat session. So looking forward to having as many as can registering to register and be part of this. If you've never attended any of our meet and greets, you're meeting a lot. And everyone who attends always wants to come back the next day, the next time we are having it. So this is our final meet and greet that we are doing as a daytime. The next one will not be, you'll not have much time to interact because it will be a dinner. So kindly register and come with your merchandise, and you can get some clients even as we interact. So so far I only have less than